we're going to be going over acid rain and the effects that it has on the environment. Here's an example of what rain looks like. So this is just natural rain, and except that acid rain is just this type of rain with acid combined with it. So in this video, what are we going to learn about? So we're going to learn about, first, what is acid rain. Second, we're going to be learning about the forms of acid rain. Third, we're going to be learning about the root causes of acid rain. And finally, fourth, we're going to learn about the effects that acid rain has on the environment. So let's get started. So first of all, what is acid rain? So acid rain occurs when acid-containing precipitation falls onto the Earth's surface. So here's an example of the water cycle. So this isn't containing acid rain, this is just the normal natural water cycle. So you can see that first evaporation occurs from the ocean, and then it goes up to the clouds, and then it falls down, and then the cycle keeps on repeating. So this is just normal rain, except acid rain would be containing acid instead of just normal rain. So continuing on what acid rain is. So when the oxides of carbon, nitrogen, and sulfur react with the moistures in the air to form acids. So that's just a little bit more about what acid rain is. So in this diagram here, you can see that there's cars and pollution and the factories that are all producing pollution. And those factories and cars produce gases such as carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and nitrogen dioxide. So you can see that all three of these gases go up into the air, and then they react with the moisture to form acids. So we'll cover a little bit more about this coming on. So continuing on what acid rain is. So acid rain can occur in the form of rain, snow, fog, and even dry materials that settle on Earth. So acid rain might not even just be for water, it might even be in snow, fog, and more. So once again, we're back to the water cycle picture. And then here we can see that there's these images here. So these are just the different types of how acid rain can occur. So now what is the root causes of acid rain? So it is estimated about 10% of acid rain is from fires and volcanoes, and 90% is by emission from factories and cars. So here's just some examples. So that is a factory, this is a natural volcano, this is a car, and this is a forest fire. So these are some of the main root causes of what acid rain is from. And now what are some of the chemical reactions that happens inside of acid rain? So in general, there are 4 chemical reactions that occur during acid rain. And these 4 are, first, sulfuric acid, which is in the form of this. We'll cover that in a little bit. And then we have sulfurous acid, which is in the form of this. Carbonic acid, which is in the form of this. And then nitrous and nitric acid, which is in the form of this. So basically what happens is, first we have sulfuric acid. And basically what forms is this. So first what happens is that sulfur trioxide first forms with the moisture in the air, which is water. And then it forms this chemical reaction, which is H2SO4, which means we get sulfuric acid. And then second, we have sulfurous acid, which is basically sulfur dioxide plus H2O, which is the water in the atmosphere. And that produces H2SO3, which is sulfurous acid. And then we have carbonic acid, which is basically CO2, which is carbon dioxide plus water. So carbon dioxide plus water, which gives us H2CO3, which is carbonic acid. Finally, we have nitrous and nitric acid. So this NO2 plus H2O gives us nitrous acid. And then for nitric acid, we have HNO3. So these are just the 4 main chemical reactions that occur during acid rain. So that's just a little bit about the chemical reactions that occur during acid rain. Okay, so now we're going to cover over the effects on the environment. So when it falls on Earth in the form of precipitation, first of all, it can first damage up our ecosystems. So this is just an example of our ecosystem. So these ecosystems will get damaged. Second, it will accelerate the decay of monuments. So for example, buildings, they're going to have a shorter lifespan and they're going to start decaying more faster. So those are just some 2 really bad effects that acid rain has on the environment. What effects does acid rain have on humans? So first of all, we're going to have the loss of forests, lakes, aquatic life, and even plant life. So here's an example. So those are just some examples of some things that were going to be lost. And then we can also get loss of jobs. And also we can also get increased maintenance cost. So those are just some effects that acid rain has the effect on human. And that's also basically it for this video. So thank you so much for watching from Try to Be Useful, and we'll see you guys in our next video.